Hi boys and girls, welcome to social studies class. So today we're going to be talking about the color monster again. So we did an activity about him last week, I believe so. I don't remember now, but I know we already read the book. But we will be rereading it again, and this time I will be sharing the screen. That way you will be able to see it a lot bigger, and you will be able to see the details of the color monster. So today we will be creating a color monster using our paints again and crayons. Today is going to be a day full of painting, I think. So definitely the paints and the crayons. So I will show you how we will do that, but let's read our book. This is the story called The Color Monster. So let's read it again. This is the color monster. Today he woke up feeling confused. He doesn't know why. So look at him. He's all mixed up. We're going to find out why. Are you mixed up again, color monster? Your emotions don't work well when they're all jumbled up. You should try to separate them. When you separate something, you kind of take them apart. You put them in little categories and put each one in its own jar. That's a way to separate something. If you would like, I can help you. Let's try to make sense of how you feel. Look, he's dragging his feelings. This is happiness. It shines yellow like the sun and twinkles like the stars. So when you feel happy, right, you feel bright and excited, kind of like when the sun's out, right? It's exciting that it's daytime. That's why we think of yellow as a happy color. So yellow is for happy. When you're happy, you laugh and you jump, dance, and play. You want to share your happiness with everyone. Oh, look at that birdie. This is sadness. It's lonely and blue like a rainy day. It washes over you like the sea. So usually we use the word blue. We say, I'm feeling a little blue for when you're sad. Because when we think of blue, we think of the tears, right? We think of tears that come out of your eyes. So we think of blue as a sad color. So when we say, you're feeling a little blue today, we mean to say, do you feel a little sad today? Ooh, we have some thunder. When you're sad, you hide and want to be all alone. You don't want to do anything except maybe cry. It's okay to cry, color monster. And that's okay. If sometimes we get a little sad, and it's okay to cry. This is anger. It burns like a fire, and it's hard to stamp out. So when we think of something angry, we think of fire, right? It's really strong and bright. When you're angry, life can feel unfair. When you feel that something's unfair, you feel that it's not right, that someone's doing something that's not right. So you feel like you should be able to do something, but the fact that you can't do it isn't right. Sometimes you want to take your anger out on others, but I'll be nice to you, color monster, and your anger will disappear. Have you ever been angry before? I'm sure you have. And I'm sure you can remember that when you're angry, you don't stay angry forever, right? No, you stay angry for a little bit. Usually you do something to help you calm down, and then your anger goes away. But when you're angry, it feels like the color monster right here. He's super mad, right? Yeah. This is fear. It hides and runs away like a mouse in the night. When you're afraid, you feel tiny. You think you don't have the courage to face the gray shadows. So courage means that you don't have what it takes in order to face those things that make you afraid. But I can help you find a way. Oh, look at him, he's all afraid. He's afraid of what? The monsters? The dark? Have you ever been afraid? This is calm. It's quiet like the trees and as light as the green leaves swaying in the wind. So when you feel calm, right, you feel very much at peace, like everything's okay, right? When you're calm, you breathe in slowly and deeply. You feel at peace. Can you breathe in and out? So we breathe in and we breathe out. We breathe in, you breathe out. Sometimes when you're mad, that helps you feel at peace, to feel better. Be calm. Now you can rest, color monster. All your feelings are in the right place. See? Don't you feel much better? So calm, it's in its place. Fear and happiness. Uh-oh. I see you're feeling something new. Let's see what that could be. What do you think that new feeling can be? You look different, color monster. Tell me, how do you feel? Color is pink. What do you think it could be? And there's hearts and he's smiling. Ooh, let's see what that feeling can be. What do you think it could be? It's love, right? So when you feel good and at peace, you feel loved by everything and everyone around you. And this is called a dedication. So when you dedicate the book to somebody, usually the author or the person writing it will dedicate the book to somebody. So this book was dedicated to the family and friends and to all the colors living together. There you go. Alrighty, so this was our story, and today we're going to be talking about our feelings, okay? Now, we have been sharing before, and we know that some of the most common ones are the ones that you have told me are happiness, sadness, anger, but there's others, like, for example, excitement. Alrighty, boys and girls, I want us to go over the emotion song. So this song goes over different things that cause us to feel certain ways. So I want to listen to this one before we move on to the activity.
Sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you feel excited, sometimes you feel mad. You might laugh today, you might cry today, you might feel many different feelings, and they're all okay. You might feel worried about your first day of school. You might feel nervous to jump into the pool. You might feel excited for your party this afternoon. You might feel surprised when they jump out at you. Sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you feel excited, sometimes you feel mad. You might laugh today, you might cry today, you might feel many different feelings, and they're all okay. You might feel angry when he takes your bear. You might feel thankful when he shares. You might feel embarrassed when you trip and fall down. You might feel happy with your friends all around. Sometimes you feel happy. Sometimes you feel sad. Sometimes you feel excited. Sometimes you feel mad. You might laugh today. You might cry today. You might feel many different feelings, and they're all okay. You might feel lonely if there's no one with you. You might feel hopeful that your wish will come true. You might feel silly when you play outside. You might feel proud when you win a prize. Sometimes you feel happy. Sometimes you feel sad. Sometimes you feel excited. Sometimes you feel mad. You might laugh today. You might cry today. You might feel many different feelings, and they're all okay. Sometimes you feel happy. Sometimes you feel sad. Sometimes you feel excited. Sometimes you feel mad. You might laugh today. You might cry today. You might feel many different feelings, many different feelings, many different feelings, and they're all okay. They're all okay. They're all okay.
Alrighty, boys and girls, so let's get started with our art activity. Alrighty, let's go over the materials you will need for our art activity, well, not art, social studies activity, but it will involve art. So you will need your color monster, and it should be these 2 pages. So it's that one in the back, and these will be the arms and the feet and the eyes, okay? You will also need your messy mat. We always use our messy mat when we are painting. That way we can make sure that if anything gets out, it's on this and not the furniture. You will also need the paints. Now I'm using these, but they're the same as what you have. They're the watercolor paints. You will need a little bit of water, a paintbrush, your crayons, scissors, and glue. So go get all that, and I'll meet you right up. The first thing we're going to do is, if yours is like mine, remove the staple. Now, have your parents do it because I don't want you to get hurt. But the way we do it is we take this and we open it, okay? So I just don't want you to get hurt, but there you go. We're going to take that out. Now we're going to work on both of these pieces at the same time. Let me just go over what the pieces are. So this is going to be the body of the color monster. These are going to be the arms, these are the legs, and these are the eyes. Now we're not going to do anything to the eyes, but we will be working on the arms and the legs. So what I want you to do is take out your scissors, which is one of the supplies I told you we were using. Again, if it's pointing away from you, we take our peace sign fingers, our 2 fingers, we put them in the oval, which should be pointing to the bottom, and our thumb goes in the circle that should be on the top. And what I want you to do is just do this and remove the eyes. That way we don't get them dirty. So there you go. Remove the eyes. I'm just putting them here on the side so they don't get dirty. Okay. and we will be using these first. Okay, so the first step you will be doing on both of these is that we're going to take out, like I said, we will be needing our crayons. And the crayon you're going to use is white. I know, right? White. And the reason we're using white is because when you draw on white, like we will be doing now, when you paint on top of it, something's going to happen. So I want you to take your white crayon and I want you to just do scribble scrabble all over. You can do the other way. Just do scribble scrabbles like this everywhere. And do the same with the arms. Scribble scrabble all over the arms and the legs. Just like this. Okay, and I know you can't see it, and that's okay. Now take out your black. Let me see if I can find it right here. And we're going to do little dots like this, maybe a few lines. You don't want to have too many patterns in it, but you can add a few things just to add a little bit more, we call this texture, right? Just like that, just a few dots and a few little random lines here and there, okay? Alrighty, so once you have all that done, first thing you need to do is put away your crayons because we won't need them anymore. So take your crayons, put them away. Remember, we always clean after ourselves. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use our paints to create a color monster. Now I'm sure you remember, but I just want to show you that our color monster is all mixed up. So he has a bunch of different, oh, we forgot the eyebrows. We should do that too. So take your black crayon before you put it away, and let's do some eyebrows. Now he has really bushy eyebrows, like that. So we're just gonna go in the middle and kind of like that. Just make some lines out, just like that. That's gonna be his eyebrows. We're doing this now so that we don't rip the paper once we paint on it. So draw the eyebrows now, okay? Alrighty, so the next step is going to be to put all these colors, okay? And the way the author did it, so the person, the illustrator I should say, is that she took crayon first of the different colors and she did that first. And then she painted on top of it. Now, we can do that, or we can go ahead and paint. I think it might actually be a good idea to do what she did. It might add some texture to it again. So take out your crayons. Let's do 3 colors. Let's do red. That's what I see the most. Maybe some yellow, some blue. There we go. The primary colors. So take out the primary colors and just do a few lines here and there. We're done. Now we can put them away. There you go. Okay, so the author now took the colors from pretty much the rainbow, the ones from the book, and she painted the color monster. So we're going to do the same exact thing. We're going to take our watercolor paint. Okay, now mine is a little bit awake. Yours should be dry unless you did art first, or art class. But if you haven't, then you're going to use the paint to wake up the paint. Okay, I mean you're going to wake up the paint with water. So dip it in water like this. Put a little bit of water, and then you mix it a little bit, and there you go. So what you're going to do is dip it in the color, and you're just going to do this. You see that? The crayon is going to resist our paint, and so our paint is only going to go through in some places. And maybe I'll do some red, just like that. Okay, put this to the side to dry, and while I do this, you can actually go into our ELD or social studies section in the virtual classroom and use some of the different tools. Once this dry in about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to come back and cut it out, but you do need to let it dry. Okay, so let these two dry, and meanwhile you can do that. Okay, well, as the saying goes, do as I say, not as I do. I didn't let my paper dry completely, so it was really hard to cut. It's a lot easier if you let it dry. So like right now it's dry, but when I was cutting it, it wasn't. So the paper kind of folds and goes everywhere. So let it dry, and then either do the science activity or the art activity and then come back to this one when this is completely dry. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to do. Alrighty, so let's move on to gluing and doing the eyes really quick. So you're going to take the eyes, and the middle should be what? Black. So you're going to take your black, and we're going to do the center of his eye. Just like that. And of course, we're going to cut them out. So cut these out. Today is not my cutting day, huh? It's okay. Sometimes that happens. Put that to the side. I think it's the scissors. They probably have glue in them. Okay. So cut out the eyes and leave your black out because we're going to be doing the mouth. So the next step is going to be to glue. So take your glue stick, take the cap out, and let's glue the eyes. So you remember where we put the eyebrows? We're going to do one eye underneath one eyebrow, take the other eye, and you're going to put it underneath the other eyebrow, just like that. Okay? Now, in order for us to put the feet, we don't want to put it on top. We want to put it under. So on the very edge of the leg, right here, add a little glue, lift your monster, and then glue it down. Okay, do the same with the other. Add a little bit of glue right here on the edge, lift up your monster, and glue it under, just like that. We're going to do the same with the arm, so add a little bit on the edge, just like that. Lift up your monster, and put it there. And the same on the other side. See how easy it was to glue? And you can do the arms in whatever position you want. Now, the scissors and the glue can now be put away. Make sure you twist it inwards, right? So you close up the glue, put away the scissors, and we're going to do his smile. Now, let me get the book so that we can see it. Now, if you look at his mouth, it's kind of pointing up like a little rainbow, right? So let me put this here. That. So I'm going to take mine and I'm going to go from one side of his body to the other side of his body, just like that. Make a line, and then he has a few teeth, so I'm going to do one little triangle and I'm going to do another, just like that. And my friends, we finished our color monster. So our color monster is all mixed up, right? He's really confused about his feelings, but we already know how to separate them. So work on this and make sure that when you're done, you take a picture and you are cleaning up, right? We always talk about cleaning up. So crayons go back in your crayon box, you throw away the water, clean the messy mat, and put away the paints to dry. Alrighty, my friends, see you in science class. Have a good day. Bye-bye.